Hi family and friends, it's Jen here again. I wanted to come to you back and share a story and some perspectives with you, and I'd love to hear yours as well. So please feel free to always comment below, like, share, or just send me a private message. So let me begin. The story goes, now 2 prostitutes came to the king and stood before him. One of them said, "Pardon me, my lord. This woman and I live in the same house, and I had a baby while she was there with me. The 3rd day after my son was born, this woman also had a baby. We were alone. There was no one in the house but the 2 of us. During the night, this woman's son died because she laid on him. So she got up in the middle of the night and took my son from my side while I, your servant, was asleep. She put him by her breast and put her dead son by my breast. And the next morning, I got up to nurse my son, and he was dead. But when I looked at him closely in the morning light, I saw that it wasn't the son I had born." The other woman said, "No, the living one is my son. The dead one is yours." But the first one insisted, "No, the dead one is yours. The living one is mine." And so they argued before the king. The king said, "This one says, 'My son is alive and your son is dead,' while that one says, 'No, your son is dead and mine is alive.'" Then the king said, "Bring me a sword." So they brought a sword to the king. He then gave an order, "Cut the living child in 2 and give half to one and half to the other." The woman whose son was alive was deeply moved out of love for her son and said to the king, "Please, my lord, give her the living baby. Don't kill him." But the other said, "Neither I nor you shall have him. Cut him in 2. Then the king gave his final ruling. "Give the living baby to the first woman. Do not kill him. She is his mother." When all of Israel heard the verdict the king had given, they held the king in awe because they saw that he had wisdom from God to administer justice. That story is from 1 Kings chapter 3, verses 16 to 28. The wise King Solomon determined that the right and real mother was the one who demonstrated real love for the child by, number 1, putting the child's well-being above her own. She spoke out against the king. And she also demonstrated her unconditional love for the child by permitting the child to not live with her or be with her for all of eternity, but make sure that his well-being was taken care of by placing him in the arms of another. So what's the difference between intelligence and wisdom? I feel like the difference between intelligence and wisdom is the intelligence focuses on fact-based accomplishments of tasks and can be egocentric, and wisdom drives consideration for the impact of consequences for oneself and others. So let me share a few other things with you. In James chapter 3, verse 17, it says, "But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy." Proverbs 8:11 says, "For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can ever compare." And Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Because true wisdom comes from God. He has a bigger picture in mind. He loves and he will lead you. And all you have to do if you don't have wisdom is to ask for it, and he will give it to you. And you will see from a different perspective, a bigger picture, wider wisdom that will let you see a bigger, something bigger than yourself. How does our actions impact others? How can we be a blessing to the lives of others? He'll let you know. He'll lead the way. All you have to do is ask and trust. Again, if you have any questions about this topic, or you want to share this message with someone else to give some inspiration or motivation, feel free, again, to share, reach out, like, comment, whatever. I'm here for you, I'm praying for you, and I do wish you well. God bless.